of explain out, tell our listeners what is MoveU and how it got started and where it's going.
Yeah. MoveU was actually founded on a frustration that I had with the lack of success that patients were having within healthcare systems. Is that people would come to healthcare, maybe an imbalance with their body. They're one leg shorter than another one. They have meniscus pain, hip impingement, back pain, scoliosis, rounded posture, and they would go for help. But there existed so many pitfalls on their way to achieving their desired results that 99% of people would never achieve those results because of confusing health insurance plans, outdated, having to make phone calls, call in and set appointment, waiting room, uninspiring environments, lack of community involvement whatsoever, very expensive cost, and many doctors who cannot explain simply what they're trying to convey to the person. And most doctors themselves, honestly, not living an amazing life, not living to their potential, and trying to guide people to theirs, which is impossible. So
bring it.
I left healthcare. In 2016, I go, this is not working for myself. This isn't working for the clients in there. We're gonna create a program, a system, a path for people to achieve their greatest results, period. And I'm gonna plug up every single hole that existed within healthcare and create the straightest path for people, period. We're not gonna build what people want, what they think they want, what insurance will pay. We're gonna build what they need to get there. And then you know what? You build it and they will come.
Absolutely.
And we did that. And so we launched it in 2016. And right before that, we started making Instagram videos, and we started, I finally found, just like everyone out there, everyone has a channel in their life to be great at, whatever it is. Everyone has something in them, an inner voice that's trying to guide them and tell them where to go. And I finally connected with mine in 2015. I'm like, whoa, I'm good on camera. This is where my personality shines. It works really well in here in front of big groups. I'm happy. And some people might be great writers, right? Some people may be great just straight educators. I found mine. And so we started taking off there organically just by teaching what I believe is the truth, what we believe is the truth, what isn't being said, what people don't know. So we help people strengthen their body into alignment. We help people transform pain into a powerful mind and body through the MoveU program, through body movement, through a series of guided exercises to help people overcome, through developing a winning mindset, the same mindset that maybe your listeners use to become an expert pianist or to deadlift 500 pounds or to achieve a doctorate degree. That same mindset that they've utilized there, we just help people apply that to overcoming physical problems, and it effing works every single time.
Speaking of plans, how do you incorporate movement into MoveU? Like, is movement really that important, or are you trying to reset lifestyles? Like, talk movement. What is movement? How do you look at movement, and why is movement important?
That word movement is evolving, and it seems to be more accepted. Yet, I still don't believe that move just to myself occurs to be a very blanket word that doesn't have much meaning behind it. Because you say movement, okay, most people still today go movement, yeah. Walking, jogging, running, squatting, deadlifting, benching, these are movements. We teach the movement under those movements. So we teach the components that allow you to complete those movements successfully, safely, athletically. All of the little movements, and we break the body down into 6 categories. When you do a deadlift, there's sections of your body, and each section has different muscles, and they all interconnect together. The whole body's connected. You get your feet, your knees, your hips, your back, your shoulders, your neck. These are the 6 pieces to movement. And so when we're deadlifting, one is truly aware of their body position if they are connected to all 6 together at once. If they're actually able to know where their head, shoulder, back, core, hip, knee position. They're all checkpoints, are all in alignment. Then that person is in tune with their body. They are able to stay aligned during the movement. If the person's counting reps, listening to music, thinking about some girl on Tinder, doing this, they're disconnected. And in life, what we are disconnected with, we lose sight of it, and problems slowly accumulate, and we don't see it happening.
Right.
We don't see it happening until sometimes we're like, bam, there's this big injury or something. And And people are like, that deadlift hurt me. Because humans they want a quick answer. What did it? That deadlift hurt me. That pencil hurt me. That chiropractor hurt me. But what that does when you point your finger outward, there's no accountability and there's no improvement. There's just anger and resentment. And then that's like the acceptance of why we can't move forward with our life.
Right. So the body is made to function well.
The body's meant to go through a full range of motion.
Right.
Full range of motion. A movement, a human is designed to move the shoulder through a full range, the hips through a full range at any given time safely. Yet the challenge occurs with movement is where what we found is become frozen in a position, into anterior tilt, into a rolled shoulder. They're frozen in that position, and now that's an imbalance. Mm-hmm. And that imbalance, injuries can accumulate in that. So we teach people how to strengthen their body into alignment and then move around that position. And we've seen through results, fortunately, we have communication, thousands and tens of thousands, and we have millions of people that we interact with. We found that method to be very successful. The most successful we know of on planet Earth today. But we're still evolving, so who knows what tomorrow.
So let's talk about assessments. Everywhere you look, there's multiple assessments. There's this philosophy, this 7-step assessment program. Nobody uses assessments unless they're in a clinical setting. How can somebody know how they are? Like, how can they assess themselves if they have no clue what they're assessing?
This is how we teach. Now, in clinic, I did it. I took the posture pictures. I had people touch their toes, do pelvic tilts, and I would document things. And we take x-rays and MRIs. Like, I've done all this stuff before. What it does, though, the person mindlessly goes through these things often because they expect people, it's an external world. Tell me what's wrong with me. Tell me what I need. I don't have time to do all this. Tell me what I need. And so what we discovered through assessing people and doing exams on people is that it actually disempowers them because once again, they're continuing to rely on an external cue for their problems. We've eliminated assessments. We've eliminated exams completely, and now we get straight into teaching you how to move your body the way it was designed from the factory. Mm-hmm. So we use Andrew as an example because Andrew's got a great range of motion. And if someone is having back pain, we start with pelvic tilts. People are like, well, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Okay. As humans, we have evolved, whether you're being a blacksmith or whatever trade it was back in the days, you would observe somebody as an apprentice. Right. And then repeat that. So Andrew or another similar model through our videos, is performing it. And then now the person does it themselves, records themselves doing it, or watches himself in a mirror doing it. So you're learning your body and going, oh, I have a difficult time moving my body into more forward tilt and creating that arch. It seems to be stuck here. So now the person just learned, my goal is they could see where their goal is. My goal is to get to this position that I can't achieve. So now the person has identified the gap. Right. You can see where they're trying to go, which you can call at the top of the mini mountain for this exercise, and they see where they are, and now they need the exercises or at least the plan to get there, and that's what we provide. We do that through minute videos, we do it through all the things, we do programs, all the things. But so we've discovered so we teach through guided self-discovery. That's the method that we use to teach because it's empowering. Because we don't believe that anyone will understand your body like you will or ever care about your body like you will, ever. Right. So it's up to you. And when you learn this stuff, there's a quote by Oliver Wendell Holmes, and he says, man's mind, once expanded, never returns to its original dimensions. Meaning once you go, aha, wow, you're now forever leveled up. Hence, those setbacks don't occur. Like healthcare, they go through yo-yos. I was better, and then I got right back because you relied on artificial external to get you there. Yeah. It's like hitting the lottery. Hey, I won 10 million. Why does 70% of people lose it 3 years later? Because they didn't earn it. They didn't work for it. They don't learn how money works. Yeah. That's why they lose it. Same with the body. Yeah. We believe and we teach that is that by being able to consciously contract and take each muscle and consciously contract each muscle and utilize that muscle and understand how that muscle takes your body takes that joint through a range of motion is necessity, is necessary to achieve full body awareness. And full body awareness equals the ability for you to build strength on top of an aligned frame and build a body that lasts.
Yeah. So when I say muscle activation, for our listeners, I'm not talking about just doing like a little 5-minute spin bike warm up to activate the muscles.
We're talking about like, can you pop your glute right now?
Yeah.
Like, do it right now, guys. Can you squeeze just your right butt cheek? Can you do it while you're sitting or standing? How about the left one? Ooh, that left one. There it is.
I know.
There it is.
Puckering up a little bit.
Yeah, puckering up. That's two of them together.
Yeah.
We always use the cue. I was in a seminar once. I'm like, imagine a finger's going up there. People are like, that is an aggressive cue.
Hey, but everybody just puckered up.
Okay.
Yeah.
An aggressive cue. But right, that is, I believe that's what you're referring to.
Yeah,
muscle
absolutely.
activation. Because if we're unable to pop these glutes, this is the baseline. This is the fundamental. It's like being able to pop your glutes, like hitting the C key on a piano. It's like ding, ding, ding. If you can't do that, how do you expect to be able to play Frere Jacques or whatever the hell the easy piano songs are? You
Twinkle, twinkle.
Twinkle, twinkle, right? It's like you're hitting 3 keys at once. It's not going to sound good.
Yeah.
These are the fundamental keys that make up every movement of your life. And so we do teach people what each one, and we'll only know that once you understand what each, and it's not, I know it's 212 or whatever, I forget how many muscles, 212 bones.
I don't know.
But usually muscles function in groups, and there's primary muscles to understand that can really solve a lot. So it's not really as daunting as a task as people might think.
Right.
The basic muscles, even understanding your serratus muscle, your trap muscles, your core muscle, the back muscles, glute muscles, the quads, the hamstrings, the calves, and the feet muscles. Like those right there, just that group of there right there, that'll help most people achieve like get 3 levels up from where they are right now permanently when they understand those.
Yeah. And I mean, that's something we fully believe in is muscle activation, is because we sit, like you just said a couple minutes ago, we sit all the time. Muscles go dormant just because the body positions we put ourselves in.
Go dormant.
And then all of a sudden, I mean, the way I'm sitting right now is not conducive to good posture.
No, neither am I.
I mean, I have to sit in an awkward position, but that's the healthiest and the most powerful position. So what we see all the time, and they go to the gym, their glutes are turned off, but they want to start squatting and deadlifting, and all of a sudden my back hurts. Well, yeah, because you're not using your glutes.
Our mind wants to do what our body is telling us not to.